Everyone, good evening. I welcome you all to this question answer session. An eye opener which has been helping me to gain awareness about various things. And I hope the program through which many people got clarity about various things in life. So as we get maturity in life, gain awareness about various things, we'll come to realize one thing, that it is the knowledge what we gain, the clarity we get about that knowledge, that puts us in a comfortable zone. So probably everyone works for peace, everyone works for happiness. But most of the people's attitude towards happiness and peace is, if they have a lot of money, if they are blessed with a lot of properties, they are automatically going to be in happy moods and in peaceful times. But it is not so. So it's not the money, it is not the relation, it is not the friends, it's not the size of the buildings, it's not the luxuries what we celebrate in life that is going to put us in happiness. But definitely all that puts us in happiness is the knowledge, because that is the only thing which gives us a solution about everything we are struggling with. So let's presume when we don't gain knowledge about certain things, there is no way wherein we can solve it. Probably before my 35 or 40, my attitude towards life, the knowledge what I carried was entirely different from what I have today. So during that time, I never knew why everything was happening. So probably during that time, I was under the perception that if someone is not behaving properly, if someone is not communicating properly, automatically the other person's behavior, other person is behaving like that, the other person is communicating like that and creating a kind of trouble in me. So he is the root cause of the problem for me. So this is what most of the people think even today also. Okay. But during that moment, I never had a question or I never had a thought process that, is it true? The other person is not behaving properly, the other person is not communicating properly. But what does proper communication and what does proper behavior means? So if you can just question this, then the root changes. I never had these questions until I started gaining knowledge about various things. So once I started gaining knowledge, then I started realizing that the other person is behaving and the other person is communicating the way he likes. The problem is not with his communication, the problem is not with his behavior, but the problem is with the way I am thinking about what he is communicating and what he is behaving. I hope you are understanding. So, once I realize that it is not the communication or behavior of the other person that is troubling me, but what I am thinking about his behavior and communication, that is troubling me. So once I realize that, okay, the problem is not with his communication and behavior, because he is doing what he likes. And definitely, if at all, if I have to represent a communication and behavior according to the choice of others, is it possible for me? Suppose there may be 20-30 people watching this program, and if this 20-30 people create a constraint that this is how your behavior must be and this is how your communication must be in this question answer session, I may not be in a position to deal with it. I may not be in a position to exactly behave so. I may not be in a position to exactly communicate so. So when it is not possible for me to behave and communicate in a manner the other person wants, How can I expect the other person to behave and communicate in a manner that I want? So it's absolutely impossible. So questions started revealing the knowledge, and he is leading his life, definitely not my life. When he is leading his life, he will do what he wants to do. And of course, I can't expect everyone to talk good about me. Common sense is all about this. If the other person is good, he is in the habit of looking to the good qualities of mine, and automatically he will speak in the same manner. But if the other person is not matured enough and good enough, and if I am not able to understand the immaturity of the other person, then I become the immature. So I need to understand that the other person is behaving the way his mind is thinking. So in every aspect, when I slowly started realizing that knowledge is the only thing that is bridging the gap or destroying worry within me, every area that I had worry, every area that I had suffering could be revealed or could be destroyed by adding awareness, by adding knowledge in my life. So once I started reading books, once I started gaining knowledge, once I started gaining clarity about various facts in life, I could make a difference in my life. And almost I was like a very stubborn, troubling guy who was in a kind of worry or disturbance for most of the time. But somehow God has blessed me with knowledge, and I started updating myself. I started going through different ideas of different people. And as I started knowing the ideas and strategies of different people, slowly understanding them, gaining clarity about them. So once I started implementing those things in my life, so I could really overcome that worry. I think recently I was just listening to a presentation of Chaganti Koteshwara, who was just telling one statement that the only enemy that we have in life is worry, and the only friend that we have in life is enthusiasm. And if you have to be enthusiastic in every phase of our life, all we need to do is only one thing. That is, make our mind to think positively in every situation. And that positive thinking can only come when we update knowledge. Without updating knowledge, without enhancing knowledge, gaining clarity about different things, knowing why something is happening in life, I don't think that we can ever take away fear from our life. See, I think most of the people in this world are not able to understand one simple concept, that all the worry they are encountering in life, they are encountering just because of the thoughts that are running in their mind. If they understand this simple fact that all the worry that is being experienced in a person's life is just because of the thoughts that are running in his mind, I think a man can be happy or comfortable in most of the situations. So I want every one of you to update your knowledge, gain clarity about every fact in life, understand slowly the reality of life. So most of the people are not aware about the reality. So as they are not aware about the reality, they are just presuming different imaginations and thinking that it is because of this or that, and they are troubling themselves greatly in life. I don't think it's the right way to approach life, because we need to understand one thing. All we have in this life is only one thing, that is time. And anyway, that is not in our hands. Whether we are leading our lives happily, joyfully, in worry, sorrow, fear, frustration, tension, whatever it is, the time does not wait for us. It passes by. So we are not supposed to miss our time. And the other thing what we have is the energy, what we are generating. So this energy, through our thinking, through the diet what we take, okay, this energy must be driven in a proper direction, because what we do drives our future. So if you are not able to do something worthy today, we cannot experience anything great in future tomorrow. So neglecting the present, looking forward for simple shortcuts in life, we miss a big glory in our future. I don't think that is to be experienced in life. So we must make use of it. So start updating your knowledge. Go through books, listen to content, update your thinking, question, think, explore, realize the reality, understand the reality. Once you understand the reality, once you realize the reality, I suppose everything is going to happen greatly and things will create its greatness fantastically. Okay? So I hope you would approach a new way of life that is through knowledge, update it. Okay? So seek for an answer, become a seeker, try to explore, answer for every question that you have in life, so that you can lead a wonderful life, so that you can celebrate your living greatly. Okay? So all the best, my friends. Thank you so much. Let me get started with Raidu's question. Good evening, Raidu, and thanks a lot for your question, man. You have been consistently asking questions, and I'm feeling very happy, okay, to represent these answers, because it helps many people through you. So aham ante emiti, adi manalo undani ela gurtinchali? It's a very simple thing. Put one simple question on yourself. Are you anything beyond a piece of flesh? Let this question be represented by everyone, okay? Are you anything beyond a piece of flesh? So if you think you are something beyond the piece of flesh, if you are thinking you are something beyond a piece of flesh, okay, that is all your imagination. So you imagined yourself to be great. So ego is an outcome of the thought process you create about yourself. The truth is, we are all just a piece of flesh. But everything that we create about ourselves greatly, that I am this, that and all. So this is all in thinking. And the problem is, that is not true. See, for example, I may think that I am a fantastic communication skill trainer. I am great. I am the best communication skill trainer, at least in Kadapa district, let us presume. So I can think it through the experience I've got, because I've been training for 22 years. I can think it because no one has complained about my teaching in all my 22 years of life, at least directly. I can say this because I've handled more than 1100 plus batches. I can say this because I've touched more than 30 plus thousand people in life. So I have some statistics, I have some achievements, okay, which I've undergone in life. Because of all this, I can say that I can think that, okay, I'm the best communication skill trainer in Kadapa district. So my thought process will just fix this thought process in the mind. Now what happens is, as I have fixed this thought in my mind, it's my imagination. My mind keeps telling me the same thing. And everyone must go accordingly. Because that is what I'm expecting. See, I created a name for myself, Venu, and I want everyone to call me like that. But this is what I tell to everyone. I tell to everyone that my name is Venu. But can I go on and tell everyone that, okay, I'm the greatest trainer in Kadapa, I'm the best trainer in Kadapa district, there is no trainer greater than me? I can't go and tell everyone as I tell my name. So that is an imagination what I created about myself in my mind. This is egoistic thought process. Okay, but what happens now is, as I have fixed this thought process in my mind that I am the best communication skill trainer in Kadapa district, I want everyone to accept it. If someone is not accepting it, if someone is not talking in a manner that I am the best communication skill trainer, as I have already fixed that thought process in my mind through my imagination, automatically my mind starts hurting me because something is happening against my conscience. Something is happening against my choice, my interest. So if someone says that, okay, his teaching is no way manageable, I can't understand it, it's not good. It's a normal teacher, okay, there is no much greatness in that. He knows only fundamentals. He only teaches the KG part, okay, school standards. He doesn't have great knowledge about English. He's not big, that, this and all, okay. When someone communicates accordingly, automatically, my egoistic thought process, what I've developed about myself, that I am a great communication skill trainer, is not being met there. But if someone comes to me and says that, sir, you are the best communication skill trainer, there is no one who trains better than you. So you train in a very simple manner, you are passionate about training, you love training, and we have learned a lot about training through you. You are our inspiration. You really created a lot of motivational stuff within us. So a lot of positive things, this is all okay. I can manage it, but when sometimes, okay, something comes opposite to it. So when I see someone getting a better credentials than me, my ego does not accept. When I see someone getting better name and fame than me, my ego does not accept. If I find someone making more money than what I'm making, okay, my ego does not accept. And this all happens, right? You can never say that we can be greater than someone on this earth, because anything can change in life. So ego is an expression of a thought process, what we have created in our mind, exaggerating what we are. So if I just tell to your mind that there's nothing great of mine, God has given me a role to play, and I'm just playing that role. I'm trying to do justice for students to the best of my knowledge, what I have. But I don't know how students are taking it. And if students are accepting it, the credit goes to God. If not, I have to update myself. I have to make more and more flexible. I have to make myself more and more flexible in a manner that students will start enjoying it. So if I have this thought process, did not create an egoistic expression about myself, started thinking that I am a humble man. Now what others think about me is not a big idea. What others think about me is not a great thing. So most of the people, what they do is, they create an image of greatness within themselves. They don't have guts to reveal to the world as they reveal their names, okay, that greatness. But they want the world to behave, communicate according to that greatness, which is never possible. Because of that, they keep worrying, they keep struggling, because something is going opposite to that. Something is not going the way they created in their intellect. They decided in their mind. I hope you are understanding. See, probably I can compare with someone who are around me, who are not pretty fair, and I can think that I'm pretty smart. So this grows an egoistic feeling within me. So how do I decide myself that I'm smart? I look at a few people who are not smart, and I consider myself as a smarter person than them. And automatically I start imagining that, okay, I am the smart guy. So now this develops a kind of egoistic expression within me. But if someone says that, okay, you think that you are smart, no, absolutely, this fellow is much smarter than you, some other fellow is much greater than you, then I cannot take it. And this is what that keeps on happening in the society. So just realize that we are all just a piece of flesh. And we are here to experience life. All we need to do is create an experience of life greatly. That's all. So how can we create that experience of life great? So we can create the experience of life greatly by just doing great things. So in order to do that great things, okay, we need to keep our thought process great always. That's all. Nothing else than this. So realize that we are just a piece of flesh and nothing more than that. Never compare with anyone and consider that you are great or consider that you are worst. Okay, just be as a plain person. Understand that the God within me is the same God that is in everyone. So what is there within me, that is the same thing that is there in everyone. And everyone is just a reflection of each other. Everyone on this earth is the same. So no comparison, so no greatness, no inferior thinking. So no negative thought, no negative imagination within our mind. So we are just a plain stuff. Then we don't go on to the experience of ego. So once we are not in the experience of ego, automatically we can celebrate our living fantastically. So just question always, okay, how am I greater than others? Just because of the position, just because of the place, just because of the money we carry, just because of the personality we have, just because of the support we get from some people, can we become great? Greatness is never a comparison aspect. We need to understand this seriously. So it's no way connected with that. So never consider that you are greater than anyone on this earth. When you consider that you are not greater than anyone on this earth, then automatically the question of ego never arises. Even never consider that you are inferior than anyone on this earth. Okay, then also ego never arises. But when you consider you are greater than anyone, when you consider that you are inferior than anyone, then automatically ego comes in. So this will start troubling you so much. So never have that feeling. You can only be greater than what you were before. And the other person can only be greater than what he was before. But he can never be greater than you, and you can never be greater than him. So comparison is always with the past, what you had. See, how was I before? How am I now? How was my communication before? How is my communication now? How was my behavior before? How is my behavior? How am I before 1 hour? How am I now? So comparison can only happen with me and with my past, but it's never with anyone, okay? When I don't have a comparison with anyone, then automatically I don't think that, okay, I'll never happen to create an egoistic feeling within myself, which is going to trouble me. So implement this principle and see that everyone is equal. Okay, I think, but Ramana Maharshi used to even see God in a thief, okay, who came to steal something from him and who even bet him very badly. So he never hurt him, he never troubled him because, so he says that there is no other second thing on this earth. So it's only the form of God. He is also a form of God. Every organism is a form of God. Every living thing, non-living thing, everything that is existing on this earth is a form of God. It's a representation of God. It is the same God that is there within us, that is there within that also. So there is no second thing. See, there is nothing to fear about on this earth because everything that is there on this earth is the form of God. Nothing else than this. So in that case, when there is no second thing, then where is the question of fear? Where is the question of worry? So when we come to a stage where we consider everyone equal, when we come to a stage wherein everyone is the same expression of God. They're just the reflections of God. And everyone is experiencing his life in a different manner. I don't think that you will never put up a feeling of ego and you will never trouble yourself in your life. Okay? So I hope you got some clarity about it, right? కోరికలు ఎక్కడ కలుగుతాయి హృదయంలోనా మైండ్లోనా See, desire is the aspect of the mind. See, a desire is created within us just because we had a better experience of it in the past. See, one thing, there are many bitter experiences what we have got in our past, and we never have a desire to create that in our life. Probably you must have failed in some subjects, or you must have failed in some competitive exams or 10th class or intermediate, and that must have given you a bitter experience, and that experience must be registered in your mind, and you never want that experience to be repeated. You never create a desire for that. But probably, let us say you happen to eat an ice cream and you enjoyed eating an ice cream. That enjoyment what you have got through eating that experience, eating an ice cream, you want that experience to happen in your life again and again. So the desire triggers in an area wherein you had a greater experience about it in life. See, why people start playing games on mobile? Because mind always wants surprises, and games are designed in a manner that, okay, every second, every 10 seconds or 8 seconds, okay, there will be a surprise for them in that game. So automatically everyone loves that surprise, as they are getting some surprise every 8 seconds or 10 seconds, okay, so they love to play that game continuously. The desire to experience that surprise more and more makes them to play the game more and more. I hope you're understanding. So what you have experienced in the past, let's say you've got some money and you have spent that money, and there was a better experience of life what you have got by spending that money. Now you want more money and you want to experience a bigger part of life than what you have experienced before. Okay, and that is what exactly is making you to go with it. So desire always comes from an area what you have experienced in the past. There's no way you get a desire, okay, which you have not experienced about. Probably you want success in something. So you see many people, okay, achieving that success. By achieving that success, okay, you realize that they are going to be celebrated. So let's say someone has cracked the civil services, and many people appreciate him, many people value him, okay, many people give a kind of priority for him. So there is a lot of encouragement what he is getting, appreciation, okay. Some people are felicitating him, okay. Everyone is talking great about him, okay. Everyone is asking him, everyone to take him as an inspiration like that. So when you experience all this success, now a desire comes up within you that you too must get it. So if you have not seen this success, if you have not seen this experience in life, okay, you would never have that feeling. See, if everyone was living in a forest, okay, on trees, okay, in jungle, I don't think that a man will have a desire, okay, to live in a house. So just because people are creating houses with beautiful elevations, okay, the people are developing a desire to construct houses of that kind. Just because people are spending a lot of money on interior decoration, when they are spending lakhs of rupees in kitchens, storerooms, halls, okay, theaters, big screen televisions, home theaters, dining table, furniture. So when they see that in someone's house, okay, so they experience that greatness, and automatically a desire pops up in their mind, and they too want to have that. When someone wears a lot of gold, okay, the other woman sees it, and then she too wants to have that gold in life, so that she'll be getting that look, or she'll be getting that priority. When you see someone dressed beautifully, okay, like in a blazer or a suit with some jerkins and all, so he looks something different, okay, you experience it, and you think that you too want to have that. When someone is riding on a bike or riding on a car, okay, so you come to experience that he's experienced a greater life, and When you see it only, you create a desire of that. Something which is not an experience of you in your life, through your eyes, through your ears, or through your tongue, through your skin, through your smell, would never arise a desire within you. Okay, so it arises a desire within you when, okay, you have an experience of this through the sense organs. So if you have never tasted sweet in your life, I don't think that you will ever have a desire to eat sweets. As you have tasted sweet, the experience of eating a sweet was good. As the experience of eating a sweet was good, you want to eat it again and again in life. You got it? See, people start eating chicken, and the experience of that chicken, okay, when they are eating is something fabulous. As that experience is good for them, okay, they are trying to eat chicken again and again. But if the experience of chicken is not good, okay, I don't think that, okay, people will love to eat chicken. They will not have a desire to eat. So people have found some taste for biryani today. So their tongue is lishing for luscious chicken. They want to eat that biryani again and again, okay. As they had an experience of, okay, greater taste through that biryani, they want to get that biryani again and again in life. But if they never have tasted biryani before, I don't think that the people of Kadapa knew about biryani almost 15-20 years back. Recently, almost there's a lot of demand for biryani in Kadapa, okay. There are nearly 50 to 100 outlets, okay, which are selling biryani, and people are, okay, crazily eating that, I suppose. So why people have developed the desire to eat biryani? So when we did not have Wonderla or some amusement parks, okay, so when it was not created by Walt Disney in Disney Wonderland, okay, people did not know about amusement parks. But once people knew about amusement parks, okay, they had a desire to go for it. When there were no movies, okay, people never had a desire for movies. So when there was no gold, okay, people never had a desire for that. So people create that desire when they have the experience of that through any of the sense organs in life. But we need to understand that that experience is only going to be short-lived. Any experience of life. So probably you eat ice cream, the experience what you are going to get through eating that ice cream will be only for that 5 minutes while you are eating that ice cream. But in order to get that experience, there is a kind of disturbance that runs within you. Your mind pushes you to eat ice cream. In the process, it creates a lot of urge, a force, okay, trouble within you in order to go and get that ice cream. So this is painful. So beyond all this pain, you fulfill a desire, you eat ice cream for 5 minutes, and there is some kind of satisfaction in that 5 minutes. And once it is done, okay, again your mind pushes you to eat, again your mind pushes you to eat, and that continues all together. So probably you found some better experience for watching movies in life, okay. So through that experience you watched a movie. Now the desire to watch movies is never going away, and you are keeping on watching movies, as I told you about games also. So the greatness of it is, we need to understand that as we have got into the experience of something through our sense organs, our mind is creating a desire to get it. Okay. So though we fulfill that, it is not going to end. We are not going to have that happiness always. We have to achieve it again and again. We have to get it again and again. And the bigger problem with this mind is, it always seeks for more. So more and more, okay, than what it has got. So probably a person who starts making money, he thinks of making 1 lakh rupees and thinks that if he is having 1 lakh rupees, he is going to be the happiest person. But once he makes 1 lakh rupees, okay, his desire goes for 10 lakh rupees. And once he makes 10 lakh rupees, okay, his desire goes for 1 crore, 1 crore, 10 crores, 10 crores, 100 crores. This continues all through his life. And he becomes a money magnet, wherein he'll think about making more and more money, more and more money, more and more money, all through his life. And he spends all his life for making money. And ultimately, okay, what is going to gain in the process? Nothing. He doesn't do things what he loves. He doesn't do the things which really make him celebrated. Okay, he cannot give time for his family. He cannot spend time with his things. He cannot do something which is going to make him very happy in the later days, okay, for what he has done. So probably if someone at the end of his life, when he is in 60 or 70, sits in a relaxed posture and starts thinking that, okay, all I've done in my life, right from my 15 years of age, was dedicatedly making money, trying to earn more and more money all through my life. So, can he be happy with that? Because by making more and more money all through his life, okay, he might have made a lot of money in his life, but by making money all through his life, okay, what is that he has got? Nothing. And he cannot spend it for himself. He cannot make use of it. Someone else is going to make use of it. And he has missed all the greatness of life in the process. So I think the best example what we can get connected here for desire is Alexander's life story. Alexander wanted to conquer the world because he must have thought that, okay, by conquering the world, he is going to be the happiest person on this earth because the whole world will be in his control. Wherever he goes, wherever he is, okay, he is the king. So king is the supreme commander of everything. So with that attitude, he started conquering the world. But even after conquering half of the world, okay, his mind was not giving him happiness. So it was desiring for more and more. In the process, he realized that so even if my mind conquers this, even if I conquer this whole world, okay, my mind is going to ask for something more. So happiness is not going to come in my reach. So it is not the desire what I have to fight for, but the thought that is arising the desire. When you can take off these desires from your life. So when the thought of that desire arises in our mind, when we can kill it, then automatically there is no excess desire coming up, seeking for more and more. So you'll be the most blessed one in life. And that is what exactly Gautama Buddha said. Gautama Buddha said is, when you free yourself from any desire, okay, then you are going to be a very celebrated person. So don't have any desires in life. Not having a desire is also a desire, I can say. But still, when we don't have any desires in life, when we handle our mind in such a manner that we don't seek for happiness by fulfilling the desire. Because by fulfilling the desire, we get happiness for a short while. If you are not able to fulfill the desire, we are in worry. And in order to fulfill that desire, we have to do a lot of things. So this is all a painful process for the sake of 5 or 10 minutes of good experience. But when we can destroy this, when we can move ourselves from seeking that desire, okay, when we can handle the mere thought that is running within us, which is driving desire within us, okay, I think then you are a happiest person. If you don't have any desire in your mind, okay, then what is there for you to worry about? When you have nothing to worry about, okay, you are a happy man. So happiness is not about, okay, a credential that you achieve in life, okay. Not having any kind of worry within you makes you happy. So, but what is making you worry is an outcome of a desire what you have created. So if there is no desire, okay, there is no worry that is coming up, right? Because once you create a desire, if you are achieving it, okay, it's good. If you are not achieving it, then this creates worry in your life. And that worry is a silent killer. It kills a lot of enthusiasm within us. That we need to understand. So, thank you, Radu, for your question. And good evening, Pyari. Thank you so much for your question. Hope you are doing great with your life. So your question is, we think that our life will be like this, like that, but it turns into different shapes. Sometimes it will happen, sometimes it may not. But you said that what you think you become. How? First thing is, have patience. See, Rome was not built in a day. A tree does not grow in a very short time. It takes its own time to give fruits. Every desire is the same. Let us presume this. I'll give you a few examples so that you'll understand this. You become what you think about. Okay, so you're thinking about something in your life. Fine. So you've fixed your mind on that and you want to achieve it. That's very good. But in the process, what happens is, you will have your maturity, you use your maturity and starts thinking that if I do this and if I get this, I'm going to get my destination done. Are you getting my point? మనకు ఒక గోల్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ గోల్ని మనం సాధించుకునే ప్రాసెస్లో మనం ఒక ప్లాన్ని సెట్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఇది చేస్తే, ఇలా జరిగితే ఆటోమేటిక్లీ నా గోల్లో నేను సక్సెస్ అయిపోతాను అని. సో దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ ప్లాన్స్ ఇన్ లైఫ్. బట్ ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు రీచ్ యువర్ గోల్, this plan does not work. Your plan does not work. Your plan may not be the right one in order to take you to the goal. That you need to understand. So through your plan, okay, it may not be possible to achieve your dream. As you have set a goal, your subconscious mind definitely knows in what manner it has to operate in order to go to that goal. So your subconscious mind executes the right track and makes you fail in an area, okay, where you choose some track and that is not the way. See, let's say something like this, okay, you think that going to Tirupati, we have to go in this way, and you start doing this. But I very much know that going to Tirupati, we have to walk this path, okay. So I take you in this path. Now when you are coming in this path by force, okay, you are so much disturbed all the way that I'm not taking you in this path. Because you think that, okay, going this path you can reach Tirupati. So you will be troubling me all through. But somehow I forced you to walk this path and took you till the end, let us presume, okay. So once you reach that place, then you realize that, oh, this is Tirupati. So probably if I walked that path, okay, could have been a bit of failure in my life. So your maturity cannot plan the things in a manner wherein you can reach your goals. So your subconscious has a bigger maturity and it drives you in such a manner that you will definitely hit your target. There's no doubt about it. Let's take few examples so that you can understand this. So take the life of Sudha Chandran. Sudha Chandran wanted to be a very popular woman across the globe. So she wanted to be the biggest inspiration. So she dreamt of becoming a heroine. Okay? So her goal may not be matching her requirements. So if she becomes a heroine, okay, that charisma must have made her to act in some films. She must have got some popularity, but she might not have become an inspiration for the whole world forever. So her goal must be matched. So she underwent an accident wherein she lost her leg. So now she thinks that she cannot become a heroine. As she cannot become a heroine, ultimately she is an utter failure in achieving her goal. But is it true? The subconscious of her clearly knows that if she has to really become successful, it cannot be through this path. So she was taken in a different path. And from there, through challenges, through obstacles, the ability, the capability that is there within her, that was hidden within her, was revealed to the external world, was revealed to her first. And she started working with a difference, and she proved to the world that she is an inspiration for everyone. Take the life of Steve Jobs. He started a company, he grew it to be $1 trillion company, and he wanted to make it big, he wanted to see a computer, a personal computer in every house. So in the process, what did he do? He started recruiting some CEOs of different organizations to expand his business, reach it across the globe. But those directors pushed him out of the company. He was pushed out of his own company. Now what does he think, okay? Is his goal going to be achieved at that particular time? At the time, the whole world thinks that, okay, so things are going in an opposite direction. But can you say that the things are going in an opposite direction? That is the perfect direction. And subconscious knows about it. It knows how it has to take us to its destination. And that happened. He could introduce his PC in every part of the world, okay. But not through that strategy what he has planned for. Our maturity is much less than the maturity of God. God or this universe exactly knows what we want. This universe knows in what manner, if we are given something in life, okay, we can get what we want in life. Probably, I wanted to become a doctor. It was not my choice because I wanted to make my father happy. So I tried to become a doctor. In the process, I failed. And I was somehow driven through a lot of obstacles wherein I could not succeed in my education in any manner. So I felt that I was an utter failure in life. Things are not going to work good in my life. Okay. But I've got myself into a perfect arena which is suitable for me. So wherein I'm good in my communication, analysis, patience, presentation skills, understanding the psychology of the students, have a good voice, pleasant personality, have some looks which automatically creates a kind of fear in the students wherein they'll focus on what I'm saying. So with all these positive qualities, I'm a good trainer. So I was brought into this training and I never looked back. I started getting everything through this training. Respect, money, image, happiness, peace, whatever it is. So our plans may not work in life. So we will not become what we want to become through our plans. Our plans or the blueprint what we create in order to create what we want to become in life, okay, may not be correct. But this universe knows exactly which blueprint can take us to that destiny. And that works. And you can go through the life of anyone in that aspect. Mother Teresa never wanted to become a woman of service. But she has seen a dying man on streets and he just wanted to serve him, okay. But ultimately got disappointed that the man was not alive, okay, even after serving him for pretty good time. But the man's words, okay, that at least I'm having a peaceful death because there was someone to take care of me, okay, at the final moment of my life. And that's a very precious thing for me. So this has made her, okay, to change her route and put herself into a different direction. Even in the last question and answer session, I was talking to you something about a Red Cross organization, okay, how it got started. When someone questioned him, okay, is there anyone on this earth, okay, who doesn't need help? That one question made him to think different, okay. So which made him to sell all his property and start Red Cross organization. And he lived the rest of his life in service of the poor. So we need to understand, okay, most of the things that happen in life will happen according to the choice of the universe. It may not go according to our plan. And you too can understand that, okay, right from your childhood days, we must have planned different things, okay. But things might not have happened the way you planned. So things only happen according to the choice of the universe, and that will be right. Okay, and that has been an experience in everyone's life. You must be knowing about Muniba Masare. So who will consider her to be when she met with an accident, okay, had a lot of fractures, damages in her rib cage, when she was hospitalized, when she was in bed, okay, disappointed, things went negative. So nobody felt that, okay, that is going to be a turning point for her. But today, so when Nick Vijayasik was born without hands and legs, okay, So if at all, if he has to plan something about his life, okay, what would he have planned? Nothing great. But universe has a logic for him. It made him to underwent different challenges. And through that challenges, okay, he realized himself to be a wonderful person. And that realization has brought him to greatness. So one aspect of life is definitely you will be reaching your goal. There is no doubt about it. But not through the blueprint what you create, the way you plan, but through a blueprint, okay, what the universe knows that it works. Probably if you can look into the life of R.C. Reddy. R.C. Reddy wanted to become a collector, but he did not become a collector. So when he did not succeed in becoming a collector, probably everyone must have thought that, okay, that is the sad part of life. His blueprint failed. But can you say that his blueprint failed? Because he's helping thousands of people to become, okay, civil servants, or he's helping a lot of people to achieve different positions in lives in administration. There may be hundreds of Group 1 officers, Group 2 officers, and people from different streams, okay, have succeeded after getting trained from him. Okay. Now, can you say that he's a failure in life? Sometimes things don't happen the way we want, because there is a bigger choice, there is a bigger task that is to be fulfilled by us. And for that cause, we may not be in a position to achieve, okay, exactly the things the way we want. So don't get disappointed, okay. It's all about updating yourself every second. Keep adding, okay, new knowledge to your mind. Keep updating your skills. Keep working on it. Keep working on it. So when you keep working on it, okay, things will work out wonderfully in life. That's it. So Dhoni wanted to become a football player, okay. But if he was sticking on to football and if he started only playing football, can you see the glory of Dhoni today? I don't think so. So his blueprint failed, but universe blueprint never fails. It succeeds in such a manner that, okay, they remain as an inspiration forever. So Gandhi went to South Africa to make money as a lawyer. So, and his aspiration was only that, but his blueprint changed. When he was thrown out of a railway platform, when he was thrown onto the railway platform, okay, so he had no way a relation about freedom struggle, okay, but his blueprint changed all of a sudden. Now, do you think that, okay, Gandhi was a better lawyer or a better freedom fighter? Think about it, okay. See, Abdul Kalam wanted to be an aviation scientist, wanted to fly in the air, wanted to get into aviation, but he failed in the process. So his blueprint failed, but the universe blueprint is to make him the greatest scientist ever and make this nation strong, and even lead this nation as the first citizen of India. The universe blueprint never fades. So we need to have faith in what is happening around us. Things may not go the way we want, but definitely what is happening in our life, okay, will be for our good. We need to accept and move on, because that is how the universe puts us in the right direction, drives us to our destinies. So walk with faith. Never lose your faith. Keep doing your best. Don't worry that, okay, things are not going according to your blueprint, okay, because your blueprint may not take you to your destination, but this subconscious or the universe blueprint or the God's blueprint will definitely take you to the destination. So have faith in Him and keep moving, okay. So never have this disappointment in your life, Pyari, okay. Thank you. Good evening, Ramana. Thanks for your question. I hope everything is going good with you. చెడు అలవాట్లని ఎలా వదిలివేయాలి? Create some better habits, man, okay. So if you have a bad habit, okay, automatically habit is something like it is in the control of your subconscious mind now. So without your consciousness, without your notice, it automatically happens. సో మన నుంచి మన సబ్కాన్షియస్లోకి కంట్రోల్ వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మన సబ్కాన్షియస్ మైండ్ ఆటోమేటికలీ ఆ పని మనల్ని చేసేలాగా చేస్తుంది. Unknowingly we keep doing it. Every time you are free, automatically our mind starts getting into it. But when we know that it is a bad thing that is going to create some kind of negative impact in our life, so automatically what we have to do is we have to make a new habit, because instead of that, so when you start forming a new habit instead of that, okay, you can drive your mind into different things. See, instead of spending all your time freely, not doing anything serious, okay, just chit-chatting with your friends, watching television, sleeping, doing something, okay, so you try to develop a reading habit. So start reading books. Slowly develop a passion for reading books. So once you start reading books, okay, slowly you will find interest in reading books and you will get lost in reading books, okay. So with the habit of reading books, one habit, okay, can change your entire life, wherein you can keep away from watching movies, watching unnecessary things on TV, okay, spending more time on mobile, chit-chatting with friends, okay, passing away your time with your friends, roaming on roads. A lot of habits can change through that. See, probably I took up the choice of listening to some good content and reading, okay. So with this, I was away from most of the bad habits. So generally, people don't try to develop good habits, okay. Once you start developing good habits, okay, bad habits automatically wither away. So just try. See, for example, you are habituated to taking coffee. So slowly start knowing the advantage of having milk every day and try to take milk, okay. So or try to take ragi malt or something. So slowly what happens is you will start becoming habituated to a new thing, and this can drive a lot of things with a difference. See, instead of staying back at home, okay, you can join some university and educate yourself for some time. So when you are occupied in that, okay, you leave a lot of unnecessary things. You can join some course, you can update your knowledge, so you can get some skill training. You can go and learn guitar playing, flute playing, piano playing, okay, some violin playing. You can learn some musical instruments, okay. So you can go and learn dance, you can go and learn singing, you can learn painting, okay, you can learn drawing. So you can involve yourself into something, okay, some skill, you can add some skill, okay. You can create a new skill in your life so that you can occupy your free time through that. So never be free, okay. That is the reason why. So if you don't want to involve yourself into bad habits, the best thing I can say is create a big dream. Such a big dream that even if you give all your life into it, okay, that is not going to get completed. Because when you have a big dream, all your time gets into it. So what all the time you have, you will be pushing that time, okay, towards it. See, I have a big dream of creating wonderful resource persons. In order to create wonderful resource persons, okay, I just want to dedicate all the energy and stuff what I have within myself. So from the time I get up in the morning till I go to bed, okay, I keep on working with the same strategy. The strategy is this, okay. So how can I add value to students? How can I make students a better resource? How can I make students in a manner wherein they can be helpful for a lot of people in future? So when you have a big dream in life, okay, so everything gets into it. I think you must be knowing about Abdul Kalam, okay, couldn't even spare time for getting married in his life. Though his marriage fixed up some alliance with some girl, okay, wherein he did not take an initiative to go and look at that girl also, because he was so occupied with his dreams, and his dreams made him to dedicate his life totally for that. So this you can experience in the life of everyone, okay. See, if you just look at the life of Steve Jobs, okay. So someone asked Steve Jobs, why do you take a lot of risk in life? You just do a lot of risky things, okay. The only answer that Steve Jobs had was, if I fail, I alone fail. But if I succeed, the whole world succeeds. So that is not going to lose anything for this world. See, probably I have a desire of creating the best resource, probably a world-class resource, a resource that can help the whole world. So if I fail, I alone fail in the process. But if I win, the whole world wins. I'm going to create a system, I'm going to create a strategy through which anyone can enhance their life to greatness. I hope you are understanding this. So, don't focus much on destroying bad habits, okay? Don't think that I have to change this habit, I have to change this habit. So, how much of time you are going to put on working on that change of bad habit, okay? That's not going to be lost in life. Develop new habits. So, very simply saying, someone asked me, okay, I keep on biting my nails, okay? So, that's a bad habit what I have. I just said, develop the habit of cutting your nails every day. When you develop the habit of cutting your nails every day, you don't have nails to bite. Then automatically this habit gets lost. So create something, okay, which makes you occupied. Do something interesting in life, okay, so that you can drive away the negative part of it, okay. So thank you so much, Ramana, for your question. I hope you got clarity about it, okay. So Prasanna, good evening. Hope everything is going great. Please explain about 20-80 principle in detail, okay. See, according to the research or survey of some management people, okay, they came up with the thought process that, okay, everything works on the principle of 20-80, that is 20% of the things will do 80%, will give 80% result for us, and 80% of the things will give only 20% result for us. In anything, it's like, see, let us presume we have 100 friends. In this 100 friends, okay, 80% of the people will only do 20% benefit for us, but 20% of the people will do 80% benefit for us. So if you look into an organization, okay, 80% of the job will be done by 20% of the people, and only 20% of the job will be done by 80% of the people. This operates in families, this operates in schools, organizations, wherever it is. And even when it comes to the finances, okay, the same concept applies actually. It's like 80% of the salaries will, 80% of the money what the company spends on salaries will be taken by top 20% of the people. And 20% of the money what the company is spending on salaries will be taken by 80% of the people. 20% of the people will get the respect, okay, 80% of the respect, and 80% of the people will only get 20% of the respect, okay. So 80% of the people will get only 20% recognition, but 20% of the people will get 80% recognition. So even if you can consider richness in this world, okay, so 80% of the people will earn only 20% of the money, and 20% of the people will make 80% of the money that is there in the market. When it comes to agricultural produce, business, whatever it is, okay. So you can just look into some Jains, okay, who are into e-commerce today. So 80% of the business in e-commerce will be handled by only 20% of the people, and 20% of the business only will be handled by the remaining 80% of the people. So you can look into the Reliance company, Jains and all, okay. They capture more than 80% of the business. So the remaining organizations will be only doing with 20% of the business. So this principle works in everything. See, when I am teaching even English to students, okay, I teach 20% of the content which is going to be useful in their communication for 80%. And there will be 80% of information which will not be useful for them to that extent, that may be useful for only 20%. So by giving 20%, I am teaching them 80%. So as I am teaching them 80%, okay, the remaining 80% can only give them 20%. So when I am not experienced, okay, when I did not have a wonderful experience about English teaching, probably I was focusing more on that 80%. So some people, I just had a comment once, okay. So one director of an institute was saying, okay, I heard from someone that you only know about the fundamentals of English. So I just smiled and said that, okay, of course. So there is no big deal in learning, okay, bigger vocabulary, idioms, expressions, okay, phrasal verbs, epigrams. I can learn about a lot of things, okay. But when the people are not able to deliver the fundamentals, they are not able to create sentences, okay. So should I prove to the world that I'm great, that I have this, I have that, I'm so big, okay, I have a lot of grip about proverbs, idioms and phrases and all, that's not going to work. See, I may develop a very strong vocabulary, but I don't have an option for using it in my arena, okay, then what is the use of developing all that? So it's not the image what we create in the minds of people, okay, so, but it is the result what we produce in the work what we are doing. So in order to produce that result, okay, what strategies we are following? See, 80% of the strategies will give us only 20% result, but 20% of the strategies will give us 80% result. And that's how it works in everything. So probably 80% of your worries will be solved with 20% of information, and 20% of the information might be solving 80% of your worries. So everything is related, and it works in everything, okay, that can be what I can say, connected with every knowledge, okay, that operates in life, I suppose. So we just need to understand, okay, what is that 20%, okay, that can do 80% justice, okay, then focusing on what is that 80% will do only 20% justice. It's nothing else than this. So I too don't have a big idea about that, but I have heard it so many times. I referred it a few times, and in the process I've just got some idea about it. So that's what I went with. Okay, I hope I could add some clarity for you, but I think you need to explore it more. Even I have to explore it more. I don't have much knowledge about it. So thank you so much. So thanks a lot, guys. Hope you've got some clarity about the information, okay, what you wanted to know. And I think, okay, gaining knowledge adds value, but one thing you have to focus on is, so once you gain that knowledge in your life, okay, see that the knowledge will be implemented. Whatever you have gained now, whatever the idea you've got, okay, there may be one or two points, okay, which you've got. So when I talked about ego, I just said, don't compare yourself with anyone, okay. Don't think you're superior, don't think you're inferior. Consider that you're just a piece of flesh. So then you can handle your ego. So I said, okay, focus more on good habits, okay. Develop good habits so that bad habits automatically move away from your picture. So like this, slowly, you just remember the base points what I've told you. Inculcate that in your life and start progressing, okay. That will make a big difference in your life. All the best. Take care of yourself. Okay. Thank you so much for everything.